Hello, I'm Christina from The Turned Leg. I love to salvage, repurpose, and create and help others to do the same. I also like to get prepared and ready for the holidays. And a few years ago, I was inspired by a video from Debbie Beard, creator of DIY Paint, for making salvage Christmas ornaments. And I love them so much, I made a whole bunch, and I thought this year it would be a great idea to make kits so that you could get in on the fun and make yourself some ornaments from salvaged materials. This is the video that goes along with the ornament kit, which you can purchase on my website, shoptheturnedleg.com, or in my booth at Plaza Antiques and Collectibles Mall in Lincoln Park, Michigan. To make this salvage Christmas ornament, you will need, of course, your piece of salvage, but we're also going to be using Sweet Pickins milk paint. Sweet Pickins milk paint is one of my favorite milk paints out there. It comes in powder form, and you're going to need hot water to mix. Sweet Pickins milk paint is also all natural with no VOCs. So it is the perfect product to use indoors and even with children if your kids want to make this project. In your kit, you're going to find 2 little containers of Sweet Pickins milk paint. Although this doesn't look like much, remember, it's a 50-50 mix with water. So you're going to get twice as much paint, which is going to be more than enough than you're going to need for this project. In fact, you might even want to have a few projects standing by in case you have some leftover milk paint. Milk paint really doesn't keep. You could put it in a sealed container in the refrigerator for a day or 2, but after that, it's going to go bad and smell like sour milk. So you want to use it when you make it. In order to mix your milk paint, you're going to need hot water. Now each container of milk paint is about a teaspoonful. So that means you need to add a teaspoonful of hot water and mix well. Since it's such a small amount of paint, you can use a plastic fork to mix. Just try to get out all of the lumps. Then do the same for the white milk paint. Next step is we are going to paint our ornament, and this is going to be a really cool ornament. First thing you need to decide is, do you want it to have a green as your base coat or white as your base coat? It is really up to you. You can choose which color to put on first. I'm going to use artichoke, which is the green that we're using from Sweet Pickins milk paint. You can tell milk paint is well mixed because you're not going to see any lumps or bumps. If it's a little watery, that's okay. When you're applying your base coat, make sure you get good coverage. You want to cover all the areas. Because this piece of salvage really no longer has any finish on it, even if it ever did, you're not going to worry too much about milk paint not sticking. By the way, for more information on how to paint with milk paint, you can click on the link to my video above. You want to get all the areas. If you get it on your fingers, don't worry, it washes off. But coat it real good. Now it's time to let your first coat dry. You don't want your paint drying out, so it's a good idea to put them in a Ziploc bag. Milk paint usually takes 15 to 20 minutes to dry. Once your paint has dried, the next step is optional. If you want your ornament to look like it's old and covered with old, chippy, aged paint, this is what you need to do. In your kit, there is a little container of clear wax. You're going to open it up, and you can use a small brush, or in this case, I just used my finger to randomly apply some wax to spots on your piece of salvage. Don't think too much about it, just put some down. The areas where you apply the wax, you should get some chippy texture to occur from the next coat of milk paint. Now it is time to apply the next coat, which is your other color of Sweet Pickin's milk paint. I'm using the white on top window paint, and I've let my wax dry, and I'm going to put this right over. Hopefully we get some good chippiness. Now you can apply 1 to 2 coats. It's completely up to you. Are you enjoying this video? If so, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Also, click the bell for notifications every time I upload a new video. It really helps me to continue to grow my channel to help others to salvage, repurpose, and create. To help your milk paint chip even more, you can use a hairdryer on high and put it right on your paint as it's drying. It will encourage lots of crackle and chipping. Once the paint is dry, now it is time to sand. In your kit, you have a piece of 220 grit sandpaper. Just rub it all over your ornament. The harder you press, the more distressing you will get, and you'll also be able to remove all of the chippy paint too. To reveal more of the color underneath, you can use a damp cloth to wet distress your piece. Just wet the cloth and rub back the paint. Now it is time to wax your piece. Get out the little container of wax and using a brush or a cloth, just apply wax all over your ornament and allow it to dry. Once the wax is dry, you need to buff your piece with a dry cloth. The more you rub, the shinier it'll get. Now to get your ornament ready to hang on the tree, you will need the screw eye that is included in the craft box. Get it out and screw it in to the top of your ornament. You can decide to hang it either way that you prefer. While screwing it in, make sure you are also pushing down with some force to get it started. We're going to get to the big reveal in just a moment, but I hope you had fun watching me show you how to take a piece of salvage and turn it into a beautiful Christmas ornament that can hang on your tree. If you're interested in purchasing these kits for yourself, you can get them at shoptheturnedleg.com or in my booth at Plaza Antiques and Collectibles Mall in Lincoln Park, Michigan. The Ornament Craft Box also makes an excellent present for the DIYer in your life. Even kids really enjoy making their own special ornament. Let's take a look at how the ornament turned out. If you make one of your own salvage ornaments, please send me a picture. I would love to see it. Now it's time for you to get out there to salvage, repurpose, and create.